to mobilize your own heel bone. So the heel bone itself sometimes gets a little stiff or sticky in people and has trouble moving. Typically the direction that it has trouble moving in is like down towards your pinky toe, so like down meaning this way, versus most people, their heel bone moves fine moving up in this direction. So we're going to focus on a mobilization that helps you gain motion moving down in this direction. So the first one that you can do is you can, there's a couple different ways to do this. You can get your leg up on something. It could be a couch, it could be a chair, it could be a table, and from there, essentially you're going to hold this part of your leg still using your other hand. You can stabilize here, or you can stabilize a little bit lower down. I like to go a little bit lower down, and then you're just going to take your other hand. The like pad of your hand is going to go on the heel bone itself, and then you're just pushing down gently towards the ground. It should feel like a gentle motion, a small motion that's happening, because the joint surface around your heel bone, those joint surfaces are relatively small. This should not be painful. It should feel kind of good if you're using the right amount of pressure. You want to make sure the rest of your leg isn't moving, because if you're pressing down and your whole leg's coming up off the table, then you're really like moving your hip versus sort of isolating and moving your like heel bone itself. The other way that you can mobilize your own heel bone is to essentially grab your heel bone and to like grab your foot like this essentially. So one of my hands, both of my fingers are like this. One of them is going around my heel bone, above it and below the bump that's on my ankle, and the other one is going sort of just around it, so that I'm making sort of a ring right at the top of my foot. And then from here, you can make little circles and move the heel bone around. You can also do a similar thing where you're gently pressing the heel bone down towards the pinky side. Again, this should not be painful. You shouldn't be pressing into any painful spots, or like you shouldn't really be digging into like the bony part of your foot where it is going to be more painful. Your hands are on like the squishy part of your foot for the most part, and you're gently pushing that heel bone down towards your pinky toe and doing some circles one way and the other way to be able to help it move a little bit better.